Hello, and welcome back to my channel. So, Hogwarts Mystery has been soft released. It is available for Android users in certain areas, not, however, in my area, so I haven't been able to play it. There is, however, gameplay footage up on YouTube already, and I've been watching through some of that, far from all of it, but I've seen a couple of different versions. So I thought I'd talk about what I've seen. First of all, it appears that we will all be the same character, sort of. We will all have the same backstory, something about our brother having been expelled from Hogwarts and then run away from home. So basically it's decided for us already who we are and our background, which we don't know everything about when the game begins. That said, we can also customize our characters a lot. We can choose gender, and we can choose what their hair should look like, and skin tone, and even the shape of eyes, and the face, and the nose, and everything. Which is great, so you can actually decide how you want to look, if you want to look like you do in real life, or if you want to be an entirely different person. Also, as they made it clear in the teaser trailer, our choices will be important. When you're at Ollivanders to try out your wand, you get asked the question how you feel about your brother having run away, and it seems like based on that answer, you will receive a different wand. In the beginning, you also meet a character called Rowan, and you can choose whether or not you want to be friends with this person. So far, I haven't seen anyone who chose not to be friends with this character, who is, by the way, a boy or a girl, depending on if you decided to be a boy or a girl. But I'm not sure what happens if you choose not to be friends with this person. I don't know if you get a choice of a different friend, or if you just go through life, or the game, friendless. You do get a second friend at Hogwarts later, but even there you can also choose if you want to be friends with this person or not. And I know a lot of people have also been curious about how the houses are going to work, and it's a very simple answer. You get to choose which house you want to be in, which I actually think is pretty good. That means that no one is going to be disappointed about which house they're in. You can choose the same house as you are on Pottermore, or as you identify as, or you can try role-playing a completely different character who is very different from you and would have ended up in a different house. It also means that if you want to replay the game once you've gone through it, you can try replaying it as a Slytherin if you chose Hufflepuff at first, and see how the game is going to change based off that. And the game is a story. I've only seen the first 2 chapters, I think, so I don't know how the story is going to progress, but it seems obvious that the main mystery has something to do with your brother and his search for the cursed vaults. It's also a mystery where he is, because you don't seem to know that. So it is a mystery both for you as a player who don't really know the background, which your character does know, and for your character who still doesn't know everything there is to know about this. So in the game there are activities or quests, which seems to be anything from picking up your books at Flourish and Blotts, and attending classes at Hogwarts, and also fighting a devil's snare. There is a time limit to these quests, so I suppose you shouldn't start them unless you will be able to finish them within the allotted time. It seems to give you a lot more time than you actually need though, so you shouldn't stress too much. Most of the ones in the beginning have had 1-hour limits, but I've also seen on Reddit that there are classes that have 3-hour or 8-hour limits, and that also gives you more XP when you finish them. I don't know what happens if you don't finish a task within the allotted time, but I guess the most logical thing would be that it loses your house points, because you also gather and lose house points throughout the game, and you can see where your house is in the running for the House Cup. But if you don't finish a class in the allotted time, I don't know if you get another chance, or if you will just not have learned that spell, or that potion, or whatever it is you're going to learn for the rest of the game. So if you fail the first flying lesson, you will never be able to play Quidditch because you're never going to learn how to fly? Or will you get another chance and not be able to continue the game until you've actually finished the class? Because one of the things that happened early in the story is that you get trapped in a room with a devil's snare, and you have to use Lumos, which you learned in the Charms class earlier, to fight the devil's snare. And if you don't know Lumos, you're not going to be able to fight the devil's snare, which it seems kind of important that you are able to actually defend yourself against this. In these classes though, apart from being sure that you finish in the allotted time, you also have to be careful so that your energy doesn't run out. Because every time you click something, you lose some energy, And once you've run out of energy, you can't click anything anymore. And then you have to wait for your energy to replenish before you can continue the class. And during that time, it seems like the timer is still ticking down, so you lose some time on that. You can also buy extra energy with in-game currency, but eventually you're gonna run out of in-game currency, and then I assume you can use real money to buy the in-game currency. So either you have to be patient, or you have to be careful with your energy, or you have to pay money. And then it just depends on who you are as a person, which option you choose. In every version of the gameplay that I've seen, you have a rival called Merilla. So this character, Merilla, she is your rival apparently in every version of the game. I don't know if there is a way for you to actually become friends with her. Maybe if you choose not to become friends with Rowan and the other character, and or picking Slytherin as your house, or I don't know. It might be impossible to be friends with her. She might just hate you no matter what you do. Because I think the story will be very different if she is not your rival, so they probably didn't actually make an option for that. But yeah, you have this rival, she is going to sabotage you, she's going to try to get you into trouble, and you're going to have to figure out how to deal with her. And you always get a few different options if you want to confront her or if you want to just walk away. All of those choices will have different effects on the game. Now sometimes in the footage that I've seen, I've been a little bit confused about the answers that you can give. There is a scene where you're playing gobstones with your friend, and it says that Rowan is stoked, and you can either agree, disagree, or problem solve. And I'm not sure which problem you can solve. I might have missed that there is a problem to solve around there, but yeah, it's been a bit confusing. I assume it's going to be a little less confusing when you're actually playing the game yourself. It also seems that you are going to be classmates with Tonks. In the sorting ceremony, we see a student with pink hair, which I'm just going to assume is Tonks until I've seen otherwise. So that's fun. I hope we get to interact with her, because again, she's one of my favorite characters. Other than that, I'm a little bit disappointed that we won't actually learn how to play gobstones. You play gobstones, but you don't make moves or anything. Your avatar just plays it. So yeah, I guess I will have to do some research and figure out the rules to gobstones all on my own. But yeah, I think that's what I had to say about the gameplay itself. Now, this weekend, 26th through 29th, there is a Harry Potter celebration in Orlando. I'm not going to be there, but Jam City is going to be there. And they're going to be on a couple of panels, and they're going to talk about this game, and anyone who is there is going to have a chance to play it. I know some people already have the chance to play it because it is soft launched, like I said, in certain parts of the world, but not everywhere. So you're going to be able to, you know, ask them questions, and I am a little bit sad that I'm not going to be there, but yeah. If anyone who is watching actually is going to be there, please let me know what's happening, because I am so curious. So that's what I have for today. I will be back after the weekend, hopefully with some information on what's been happening in Orlando, and I will see you then.